Motherhood is an identity change. It holds your hardest and most rewarding days. Hi, my name is Aisha. This is melbournemum.blog. I am a mother of 20-month-old toddler Mikhail. Today, I'm going to share my journey of motherhood and how it has impacted me and my life, and what I think motherhood is. What I'm going to do is basically talk about my journey of motherhood and how it has impacted me, my life, and Vakar, of course, and how we are now and what I feel, what it is. So while I'm keeping a close eye on Mikhail, I thought I'll talk at the same time. So basically, motherhood was not something that I thought I'll be doing. I never thought I'll become a mom firstly. I always thought I'll be having complications, falling pregnant and having a child and then looking after the baby and raising the baby, all of that. But the day we found out that we were expecting and we were pregnant, it didn't feel real. It just felt like a dream or it was shocking. For the first few months, we didn't really feel anything because it was just like, your bum's not showing, you're not really feeling much. I didn't have any nausea or vomiting or any morning sickness, things like that. Yeah, so it was pretty much a very healthy pregnancy. Everything was going good. I was eating healthy. My birth experience was really good as well. I have no regrets on how it went, and I'm hoping that my second one, if I ever fall pregnant again, it goes the same way. After giving birth, instantly as Mikhail came out, the first thing I said to Waka was like, I don't know how my mother gave birth to 5 kids. I have tremendous respect for all the moms out there now, because I guess you know how you don't know until you go through it, and that's what happened. And that night after giving birth, I was of course exhausted and everything and feeling weak and everything. But when we moved into our room, Mikhail started crying when we were sleeping, and I was looking after him the whole night while I was sleeping, like he gave birth, where I was awake, and I was just like, oh, my poor baby is crying. See, this is what it is. I have to run after him while I talk to you guys, so do not mind my moving around too much. Yeah, and that night, even though I was bruised and in pain and everything else, I got up somehow, and I just had this energy of picking up my baby and walking with him for 3 hours around in my room. And then in the end, he fell asleep on my chest, and that was it for me. I just felt the pure joy of motherhood, and I realized that I'm a mom now myself. That feeling was priceless. I still can feel it. And yeah, but when you're in hospital and everything, you don't really realize until you actually go back home and reality checks in. I did not know it was going to be so hard. I always thought, oh, I'm gonna have an angel baby who's gonna sleep all right, he's gonna feed all right, everything. But we were totally wrong. Yes, Mikhail was amazing at breastfeeding. I had no issues with feeding him. Everything was smooth. We had no problems. I didn't really had problems with latching him on. He was a natural. The main problem was him sleeping. That is when it drove me crazy, and I just thought I couldn't do it. I basically hated the first 6 months of motherhood. I hated it so much. I wanted to run away. I suffered from major postnatal depression because of my sleepless nights, Mikhail being colic. Mikhail! Abbe yaar. Mikhail was highly colic, and we had, every evening from 5 p.m. till 5 in the morning, he would just constantly cry. We would take rounds on, who would make him fall asleep, and he will. Stay close to me. Stay close to me. Yeah, we would take rounds on who will make him fall asleep. So he would eventually fall asleep only for what? Half an hour to an hour max. And I was just constantly breastfeeding. Here's another thing. Stop it. Stop. Leave it. No touching. Yeah, so the first 6 months were hard. I hated breastfeeding. I felt like I was a cow who was doing nothing better than just, chuck one of them out and shove them in their mouth, and that's it. But it definitely was a good experience. I had a great experience feeding him, but I hated the experience for my inner self. Like, I just hated breastfeeding. Apart from that, in general, my and Vakar's relationship was not that great either, because I was going through major postnatal depression simply because I just felt like my life was over. I have no life of myself. I cannot think about myself. I can't do anything just for myself anymore. Everything has to be about Mikhail, making sure there's nothing that I'm doing that kills my baby. That does get overwhelming at times. That I remember that every time I would breastfeed Mikhail, I would just cry because I just felt like, isolation. There was a lot of isolation. I did isolate myself because we were having a lot of sleepless nights, and I was ready to give up my social life and just stay at home at night and do nothing. Oh yeah, something that we still have to keep doing. Making sure he is buckled up and I can finish talking to you guys. So yeah, what I was talking about was basically how me and Vakar were not getting enough time for each other, and I just had to, see someone for it, because it was becoming a huge problem for us and our household, and between us too as well. For some reason, Desi community, it's a taboo. Shouldn't talk about mental health issues, and just think that, everything will be fine. Allah khair karega, all of that. But I used to believe in mental health issue, and I did see that was becoming a problem for me. Postnatal depression did not end anytime soon. My crying and our fights and everything was just getting on top of everything for us. My priority was to, have a healthy baby, look after him, and have a happy husband, and have a happy family, basically. And to achieve that, yes, I did see a shrink. I did see a psychologist, and it was so good. It made me feel so good about myself and how I can just take control of my anxiety, my emotional breakdowns. And that's what I did. I started taking, control of my own emotions. And then from there onwards, it took me at least 2 months to get over my postnatal depression. And my life was just surrounded by Mikhail 24/7. I didn't really go out, do anything for myself for the first 6 months. When we returned to Australia, it was different. It felt different. Because 4 months we were overseas, and when Mikhail was 4 months old, that's when we left Australia. And when we came back, he was 7 months. There was a drastic change in him as well. And also, in general, between me and Vakar, because Mikhail was growing up, and now he was becoming a bit more independent. He was sitting up, he would, eat solids, which was great because he would sleep longer now. We got into sleep training for him, started that and did that. Kya ho gaya? Mo, ye lo. So yeah, we started sleep training for him, and that was one thing that we really wanted to do, because since he was a bad sleeper, he didn't have a good habit of sleeping. So we wanted to give him that gift of sleeping long hours and throughout the night. And when we did that, it was the best thing we've ever done for ourselves and him. He loves sleeping. He is so good. He loves his routine. He waits for bedtime. He sleeps in a pitch black, dark room. He has no issues with that. And I'm glad. I'm glad that we've done that. As a mom, I do feel like we have to compromise a lot to make it through the day. you do have to give up a lot. I gave up a lot, but I wanted to be the best mom that I could be to my son. And motherhood definitely is overwhelming. It makes you anxious. It makes you question everything that you're doing, because as a first time mom, you do think like, am I doing it right? What if I'm doing this wrong? And he's not going to feel well after this and that. And make sure the milk is of the right temperature. You test it on your hand, and like, it's insane. It's crazy what we have to go through. The mental, oh my God, it's too much. But we make it through. We all do make it through. We just have to trust our gut and our instinct. As a mom, nobody knows your baby more than you. You know the ins and out of that baby. Motherhood is caring for your child selflessly. You do not care about yourself anymore. You should, but of course we don't. We all feel like we have to be mom of the year every year for our kids. We have to nail every single thing and make sure it's perfect, but that's not possible. Nobody's perfect. Nobody can nail whatever they're doing. They just can't nail it in the first try. We keep doing it, we keep falling, but we have to get up being stronger and being a better version of ourselves than previously. Motherhood taught me, patience, a lot of it. I did have patience before, but I used to just run out of it quickly. Now I just feel like it's charging all the time, and it's never running out. And with Mikhail, that's the thing that keeps me going, my patience level. It has given me so much of it that I do not give up quickly anymore. I have created habits that I thought I will never be able to, give to my son or have it for my own self. But I think I'm doing all right. I think we all are doing the best we can. Motherhood is a test for all of us. It's a journey full of unexpected tests and experiences that we are not ready for, but we just have to trust ourselves and do not doubt ourselves and make sure we are doing what's best for our kids. This is what I think. I hated being a mom, but now I love being a mom. I have gone through personal depression, but now I am not even close to being depressed. I have failed in making the milk bottle really warm to getting the perfect temperature. I have done it all. I have made the bad decisions, but I have learned it, and I've made the right decisions in the end as well. So you all can do it. We all can do it because we're capable of it. Our bodies are capable of doing it. If we can give birth, raising is also possible. We can do it. That's why we were given the opportunity of becoming moms. So good luck to all the moms. You guys are doing a great job. You are all amazing. Pat yourself on the back for making it through every single day. Nobody can do what you are doing. You're doing a great, great job. Give yourself a time out during the days. Sit and read a book. Have a cup of coffee or a tea, whatever makes you relax, wind down. Go for a massage. Oh my God, it's a blessing now if you get a massage. It's amazing. Yes. The pains and aches in a different part of your body that you never knew existed, and getting a massage there is, oh my God, it's a blessing. If you guys do have any comments or questions at all, please share it, post it, and I will answer them. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I covered up whatever I could. If there's anything that I missed out on, please let me know, and I can do another video for you guys. See ya. Bye.
Motherhood is an identity change. It is learning to let go of control. Motherhood is learning to love your own new body. It is sometimes raising them alone, but being honest if you need advice. Mother holds your hardest and most rewarding days. It doesn't take breaks. It's the woman who spent years in prayer while waiting for her child. Motherhood is being selfless. It is uncontainable joy and love. Motherhood is daring to trust God.